day. This is a big day for Forever Be Sure. Got my donut out here. Oh, I think I just scared my dog. She ran upstairs. It is a big day today. I am actually filming this video a few days in advance so I can be prepared for the big day. But we are releasing our brand new Grace to You album today. I'm just going to plaster it all over the internet and announce it for the next few days. Of course, today we also have the release of our brand new music video. It's the feature video for the CD. It's called Grace to You. And we are posting that today as well. So lots of stuff happening here at Forever Be Sure. I wanted to just come on, make a little bit of a unique vlog here today, announcement vlog, of course. But I have a couple things to share with you in regard to our new album. And probably the biggest surprise, we said it was a surprise, is that we are actually not selling this CD. We are actually giving away this CD for a donation of any amount. Now, that might seem like a crazy business decision, but I actually don't think it is, and I have reasons why, and I'd like to share that with you. We are, of course, as you know, in the middle of our Sprinkle campaign. In fact, we are exactly 1/3 done. Okay, so it's about 92 days for our campaign. We hope, Lord willing, to bring in the full $40,000 by December 31st this year, and are praying toward that end. And we're excited to see how the Lord is providing. We are currently, at the time of this video, at 35%. Maybe it'll be much more when I actually release it. We are excited for what the Lord has provided so far. I've heard from a handful of other people who have intentions of sending in money, and so we're praying that the Lord would continue to connect us with the people that whose heart beat with our ministry. Okay, so the Grace to You album is come out today. It's a mini album, but I don't even want to call it that, because what I hope to do going forward is just to produce, basically every year, produce a CD, an album. We used to call them CDs, but I'm going to call them albums now, because really they don't all, not everybody, in fact, very few people buy the physical CDs comparatively. So I like to call it an album. So I'm hoping that every year going forward, we will be able to produce an album with whatever music we've been able to produce that year. And so this past year, we had 7 songs available. We already have 4 songs in the docket for the next the album. So we're excited for whatever the Lord allows us to produce that year and to get it into your hands as quick as possible. So my goal is to have an album each year that comprises of 6 to 8 songs, however many we are ready to release to you. So anyway, we, like I said, are in the middle of our Sprinkle campaign. We are eagerly, prayerfully, fervently praying that God would bring us people to help support us for our next year's project. And so we are hoping that this release of this CD will actually help boost those donations. But believe it or not, we still have budgeted sales for this particular album. So we'll just trust in the Lord's hands with that particular thing. But the reason we're doing this is because there has been a monumental shift in the music industry. And just a few days ago, a few weeks ago maybe, another musician that's doing the same kind of thing that I'm doing, kind of in the same field, the same style music and stuff, decided to pull out of a number of streaming venues where all of our music, of course, is still on, Spotify, iTunes, etc. But they decided to pull out because actually, and he has a whole article about this, that they're just being unfair as far as how much money the artist actually earns through the streaming platforms. And so I'm not a very analytical mind, as you can tell. My brain is kind of scatterbrained, so I'm not really good at actually conveying this. But all that to say, people are pulling out of that because of the unfairness and how they're not really helping artists like us. And so we are doing a huge shift with Forever Be Sure, hoping, Lord willing, to just really turn a corner toward crowdfunding our music. Okay, so crowdfunding is the direction we're headed in. And we are gaining new donors. Even this past, 3 weeks, the Lord has, since our campaign, the Lord has brought in 3 brand new donors, not even in our database. So that's new friends. And that's exactly what we hope to find. Not only new friends, but of course you who have been faithfully following us for many years, hoping that you'll even jump on board to support what we're doing, because it's an expensive venture. And so we're just looking for people to hop on what we're doing. So we're hoping to be crowdfunding our projects, and eventually, just who knows what the future holds, but that's the direction we're pointing in. So let me just read you a couple statistics. I'm not really much one for research. I don't know what to trust on the internet, but I do know, as you all do, you get some sickness or whatever, you go on Google and you just inform yourself and you try and use discernment as to which sites, which information comes from which sites. So I did a quick Google search because I know this is happening. Clearly, I'm in the music industry, and I can see the changes. But I just did a quick Google search about how streaming has hurt artists, or how many CDs are being sold. What is the shift from buying a physical CD to streaming platforms? And of course, as I suspected, I got a lot of things that would confirm this. So let me just read a few things to you. It says just a number of little smattering of things I found. CD album sales in the United States have dropped by 95% since peaking in 2000 and are currently at their lowest level since 1986. Okay, so we're on a decline, folks, with the physical albums. In fact, we ordered the fewest physical albums that we've probably ever ordered. I don't know, maybe last time we ordered this few too, but the physical CDs, because there's just not as many people buying them. So they're kind of on their way out, folks. CDs, here's another one. CDs accounted for just 3% of total U.S. recorded music revenues in 2022, down from 92% in 2002. So these, as you can see, these statistics are falling at a massively fast rate. Streaming services are still the most important driver for the music industry. And folks, that's why our music is still on all of the platforms, because we know that you, like me, are usually listen to music most exclusively streaming. That's what our family does. It's a rare day when I pop in a CD. I only have 2 places in my whole existence to put them in. And so it's just very, very rare for me to do that. And I'm sure a lot of you out there, it's the same thing. So let me go back to that. Streaming services are still the most important driver for the music industry, accounting for 84% of total U.S. recorded music revenues in the first half of 2023. Okay, so these are recent year statistics. In the first half of 2023, streaming services accounted for 84% of the U.S. record music revenues, and streaming music remains the most important driver for the industry. Okay, that was kind of a reworded what I just read. Let me read this too. While I believe they're speaking of streaming services, make music more accessible, of course they do, they also bring challenges in how artists are paid. The per stream payments are much lower than traditional sales. Can I repeat that? The per stream payments are much lower than traditional sales, which can make it hard for artists to earn a fair income. Now again, throughout our whole existence, and even every time we go into a campaign, we are looking to the Lord to provide. And it's not hard for him at all, really, to provide for our ministry. But, we do have to do our homework, and these statistics are helpful as we think through the future. Let me read just one more here. Artists earn a fraction of a cent for each stream, and the amount paid per stream varies by platform. For example, Spotify pays about $1 for every 250 streams. Some say that streaming royalties are not enough to support a career. You think? Yeah, you need a huge audience to be able to even support what you do just through sales. I mean, you can't do it. You need to crowdfund. You need to find people who love what you're doing and want to help support. Interestingly, there's another, I don't like to say names because I don't know how much I ought to do that, but somebody very, very, very high up in the choral industry, the sacred choral music industry, just posted on his Facebook page that he said, interested in buying choral CDs for your choir, family, class, etc. The music of this person is selling CDs, the physical CDs, for $2 each. $2 each to clear out their existing stock. And I look at that, and what might seem like a crazy deal makes sense to me because I'm in the business. I understand how CDs themselves are just losing value. So all that to say, some of you out there are like scratching your head and be like, no, I want my own CD, and I'm eager to get the newest Forever Be Sure CD. Hey, we've got you covered. We've got CDs soon ready to be mailed out to you. And so that is the plan. We understand that still many of you out there, but for the large majority of you out there, digital's where it's at. And some of you will even pass, I know some of you will even pass on making a donation, because the truth is that soon, whether it's when I post this video or soon after, all of our music, all of our new music will be on all the platforms. And you can essentially, I mean, not essentially, I mean, I know you might pay a monthly fee for Spotify, et cetera, or some of you may not. You just don't mind the ads. But you'll be listening to our music for free. And so that is why we're going to do this on a donation basis. We're going to release our CD, and we're going to just ask you to, as the Lord would tug your heart, and as you have the funds to help, if you would donate to our Sprinkle campaign. And we'll have all the links here with this video, and we would just so appreciate it if you would prayerfully consider how you could support our work going forward. And one thing I just want to mention, I was talking to, I can't even remember what conversation it was in, but it was just recently, talking about how our ministry, you know, I'm a doer. I love productivity to a fault. And so I need to caution myself. But I was saying how this music ministry would not be worth my time if I did not know and was not convinced that it was not helping people. Of course, I love people. I love to connect with people. In fact, a great joy in my life is to connect with many of you through this platform and those who have been blessed by our music. And I love connecting with people and responding to emails and developing relationships like that. But this ministry is, well, first of all, it's about glorifying the Lord. And so I trust that what we do in the music we produce glorifies the Lord, but it ministers to people. And that's partly why I like to show you and show many of the notes that I get, letters, comments on YouTube or whatever. I like to share them with you, because this ministry is helping a lot of people. And it just, of course, warms my heart to see how the Lord is choosing to do that. So this ministry, FBS, is about people. If we weren't reaching actual people and aiming to be an avenue of discipleship to people, to carry the burdens of people, to create an avenue for people to better love and worship God more, we need to turn out our lights. It's not about anybody getting rich or famous. It's about loving God and glorifying Him and ministering to people. And so that I'm thankful that is in play, because it continues to fuel me. I just a few days ago I was corresponding with a donor, a friend, and she was mentioning how she was having some heart procedures done, and of course I was able to pray for her and carry that burden in prayer and respond and have that relationship with her. But she mentioned how she was, I think, recovering from one of her procedures and was listening to our music and how it really helped her during that time. And I just seem to get regular emails of that nature, and I'm just really humbled, I guess is the word, but I don't like to use that word. Thankful that our music is having a place in people's hearts, especially during their hard times. We are called to minister to people. Sorry, I'm kind of reading some of my notes here. One of the greatest joys I've been finding is how FBS has connected me to people, and I'm kind of repeating myself here. But anyway, I'm thankful for that. So hey, email me, call me. I'd like to. I was just the other week. Somebody had connected with me. He had written a song. He's in the music ministry, but a beginner in the music ministry, and wanted some tips with some composition that he sent me. So happy to do that. All right, all that to say, we are excited to release our Grace to You album and video today. A couple videos for you to watch here today. But hey, that's the heart behind what we're doing, the reason why we're offering this new CD on a donation basis, and we're excited to see how the Lord will provide through that avenue. This is my verse for this campaign time. Psalm 123, 1b and 2, it says, "Behold, as the eyes of servants look to the hand of their masters, as the eyes of a maid to the hand of her mistress, so our eyes look to the Lord our God until He has mercy on us." And in our case, until He provides for our needs. And so we're excited. We're excited about that. We're excited to get our music into your hands. So check out the links below. Go get your CD. We're happy to send you the physical copy. We do ask that you donate a minimum of $5 for add-on $5 for the shipping. cost, and we'll be happy to send that to you. All right, I've rambled enough. It's been 15 minutes. Thanks for listening, and we just trust that God will richly bless the ministry of the music on our new CD album, Grace to You. All right, take care.